Juanita Carmack is the first to admit dreams are born in unlikely places.
I was a stay-at-home mom for like 20 years.
After all, who would consider a pint-sized kitchen in northern Idaho the birthplace of what many call the world's best salsa?
I'm going to put you to work. Okay.
It's a skill Carmack learned as a child.
Cut them up in like little sections like this.
Perfected as a young wife and mother. Her kids were crazy about it.
The only thing that we're lacking is some garlic.
Soon friends were turning up, uninvited.
When I started making the salsa and people would come over, they would taste it and then they'd say, Juanita, do you have any more?
It's her great-grandmother's recipe.
I'll work on the cilantro.
With ingredients she won't disclose.
What is your secret that makes it different?
The secret part I can't show you.
As well as those you'd expect in a fiery salsa.
It's not hot at all.
No, it isn't.
You gotta swallow, can't let it touch your tongue.
For about a decade, she gave it away. 4 years ago, she decided to finally find out whether people would pay.
My very first day to go out and sell salsa, I kept running back up into my house, open the refrigerator, taste it. I do this. Is anybody going to love this?
Cases sold in hours. And that's when Taco Chick Salsa was officially in business.
Nobody knew my name. They just knew they loved salsa. And they said, oh, that's the Taco Chick.
Before long, the Taco Chick had her own store, a larger kitchen, and a bigger staff.
Can I stay and work with you?
Yeah, you can. You're hired.
All right.
Now she turns out hundreds of jars a week, sold all over the Pacific Northwest. And through that store that never closes, the internet. And the Taco Chick, 53 years young, says if she can do it, others can too.
The only thing that stops you is yourself. So just go with it.
Turning passion into a paycheck as a family tradition heats up a hometown business. For today, Janet Shamley and NBC News, direct from Idaho.
And Gabrielle Redford is the features editor for AARP, the magazine. Gabrielle, good morning to you.
Good morning, Meredith.
Juanita is a real go-getter, but not alone when it comes to baby boomers getting into the business world. More than 1 million boomers start their own business every year. What makes them good entrepreneurs?
You know, they have to have they have to identify a need. They have to have a real go-get-em spirit. There are 1 million, as you said, 1 million boomers who go into business for themselves every year, and it's a growing trend.
And probably when you're older, you're not as scared, too, to try something new.
You're not as scared to try something new. You have more time, more resources, you have contacts, you have a lifetime of experience to draw on.
Now, obviously for Juanita, this was a labor of love. She loved making salsa before it became a business. That's probably the most important thing. You have to love what you're doing.
You really have to love what you're doing. You have to have passion, and you have to have pure spirit, perseverance as well.
There are 7 steps that you say you need to know before going into business, for trying this on your own. Number 1, look for possibilities. See if there's a market out there, right?
Right. You have to identify a need in your community.
Then take charge attitude. What do you mean when you say that?
You have to want to be your own boss. You're going to be running the show here.
And then comfort with chaos. I imagine, especially in the beginning, there's plenty of chaos.
Nothing's going to run smoothly, especially at first. So you have to be comfortable with that and willing to run with the punches.
You also need tenacity, probably for the same reason?
Yes, tenacity helps when things get a little rough.
Okay, and then be creative and have self-confidence.
You have to believe that what you're offering is the best, as in the case of Juanita, the best possible salsa in the world.
And when she started, she wasn't sure she had that. She said, will anybody buy this? She found out they would. Then you say be practical about your dream.
You have to really have a well thought out business plan. You have to, when you're older, you have to be careful about finances. So you want a business plan not just for your new business, but for yourself as well.
And finally, be resilient.
You have to roll with the punches, learn from your mistakes.
Okay, well, Gabrielle Redford, thank you so much. Good insight.